Yeah, Sheila, what are you doing?
Yes, Prema. Prema, do you remember me?
Where?
We can this.
Have you
can't.
come to US anytime?
Yes.
During Christmas.
Yes. Oh, Jackie.
Yeah, I'm
But I
called
can't
as Jackie
see
as
you
well.
now. Where are you, Jackie?
I'm in
Isn't it?
US.
Yeah. Yes, Jackie. But here it is written
Yeah.
as Ivana.
Ivana.
Ivana's computer.
Yes. That's how people know me. I mean, in the congregation, they know me as Jeevana.
Ah.
But in the place where I work, they know me as Jackie because of the
Oh,
specific
yeah,
password name.
yeah. Yes, Jackie. I saw your photo as well. They had sent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I can hear you well. You're not very audible.
Is that? Let me see
Your voice is not clear.
Let me see. Okay. Now, can you hear me?
Kind of.
Is that? Maybe because the range is full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you remember that you have come to New York? I mean, US sometime back?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. So you look
Yes.
different. So I was wondering,
Yes.
is it the same Prema or somebody else?
Yes. The same Prema,
Okay.
but look different. Yeah, she looks different.
Uh-huh. I still remember your words about Tarumitra and all different
Yeah.
things you were sharing with us. Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you.
Nice meeting you, Jackie.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you.
Prema,
Yes.
tell me, these pictures down can be meaning our videos can be put it on top. I don't know about this Google. Can we put it on top or it remains down?
Which picture?
Now see, the screen is on top and the pictures of the audience is down.
Oh, you was no. There is at the right side. You will find a few dots, 3 dots. When you click, there is arrangement, whether full screen or you want this.
That full screen. No, but is it possible to put these videos
No,
from down, put them on top?
for me, it is at the side right now. Okay.
Oh, side. Okay.
At the side. Mm, and down now, Mudita. Below there is a bar where our microphone and video
so
and
how do I put the pictures
there
up?
is a bar. Listen to me. There is a bar where at the end there are 3 dots. Click on that 3 dots. You will find arrangement. You see change layout, full screen.
Okay. Change layout.
There you see where you can.
Okay. Okay, nothing happened. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry, I made a mistake.
Lucy, did are they all joining? Same link, yeah, same link. We are all already online, okay? Yeah, because I don't see anyone. Narisi, it got close. Somebody tried to present. Yeah. They are showing all this activities now. Is here. Mudita. Maria. First. Vacuum. This is my combined. Hello. Yeah, Narisi. We will start. Yes, yes. Yeah, time out. We begin. 133 only. That's 204 by 5.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm so glad that many of our sisters from all over the world. have gathered in this virtual platform to participate in the session on eco-spirituality, a new normal. It is another day, a big day for the cause, our family bond, to search together a new normalcy in our life in line with the context of today. Dear friends, I would like to bring to your notice a few logistics that we need to follow during this virtual gathering. Do not unmute your microphone. Do not touch the button present now. Kindly give your response when you are asked. Dear friends, let's begin the session with a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. We believe that human being is supposed to live in harmony with nature and recognize that divinity prevails in all elements, including plants and animals. Otherwise, if they wish to walk upon the single way of human development, they would lose their balance. Therefore, let us cover ourselves with the feelings of affection, gratitude, and reverence, and make our communion with the nature a new normal in our life. With this positioning of mind, let us watch this video. Dear friends, I invite you to praise the Trinitarian God in silence as I pray the canticle of creation. Praise be you, my Lord, with all your creatures, especially Sir Brother Sun, who is the day and through whom you give us light. And he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor and bears a likeness of you most high. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars in heaven. You formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Wind and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather, through whom you give sustenance to your creatures. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Water, who is very useful and humble and precious and chaste. Praised be you, my Lord, through Brother Fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful and playful and robust and strong. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Once again, a warm and pleasant wishes to everyone. I am Sister Vinarasi Matthias, a member of CCROP, Crop Commission for Frontline Ministries in our congregation. I feel intensely privileged to welcome you all for this session on eco-spirituality, a new normal. So what is new normal? Is it just another catchy slogan, largely devoid of substance? As various countries emerged out of lockdown and a vaccine seemed several months away, echoes of a new normal began to surface. The chief elements included social distancing, respiratory hygiene, hand washing with soap, reduced numbers for indoor and outdoor gatherings, working from home where possible, etc. We are getting accustomed with this new normal. But we have here with us Dr. Sister Mudita Sodder, who will be able to gently introduce to us eco-spirituality, a new normal in our life. Dear friends, to speak few words about Sister Mudita, she is the religious of the Sacred Heart of Jesus congregation. She has completed her PhD in anthropology from the University of Mumbai. Teaching has always been a joy for her, whether it is indoor inside the classrooms or outside the classrooms, she will be always creative in her teaching, high academic standards, meticulous in the fulfillment of tasks entrusted to her, rapport with others, dedication to duty are all the priorities of her life. Indian culture and festival, interfaith dialogue, eco spirituality, art from waste, women issues are all her favorite hobbies. She is the resource person for education, youth, ecology, and environment, etc. At present, she is the coordinator of justice, peace, and integrity of creation of the congregation in India, and she is the president of Fellowship of Indian Missiologists and on the UCAN editorial board. So, dear sister Mudita, it's a joy to have you to enlighten on us on eco-spirituality, a new normal. Let's all give her a clap without sound as a sign of our welcome. Hearty welcome, dear sister Mudita. Over to you, sister.
Thank you, Sister Veena Rasi Matthias,
Thank
for
you.
those kind words. Okay.
Veena
Thank you. Do I begin? I present?
Yes, sister. Please.
Okay. Okay. Your entire screen, right?
Yes.
Yes. Now first the PPT. Share. Oh my, I think I have done. 1 minute. Okay, you have to, hello, you Veena Rani, you will have to stop your presenting, correct?
Oh, we have stopped.
You have stopped. Okay, just a minute then. Where's my PPT? From the beginning. Okay, can you see my PPT?
No, sister.
You cannot see?
No.
Oh, and show.
You start from the beginning, Mudita.
Yes. Has it? Can you see my PPT?
No.
No.
You start from the beginning. You start.
Just a minute. There's some problem. Okay. Okay. There's a problem. Oh my God. Why am I?
Cannot see.
Unmute. Present now. What is the problem? Present now.
Yeah. Did you open your pen?
Yes.
Your...
Present now, then select PPT. Entire screen, right? Or a window.
Yeah.
Entire screen.
Go to the window and choose your. You will find your file and open. Then for the full screen.
Okay. Why is it? Okay. Share. Why am I not able to connect? Okay. Okay. Is that correct?
Coming.
Can you see?
Yeah, it's coming.
You're presenting to everyone. Okay.
Yeah, it'll come.
Present now.
Touch your PowerPoint.
Can you see the PowerPoint?
You touch your PowerPoint.
Okay. 1 minute. I have to go back. I have to go down. Oh my
Yeah,
God, what
it's
am I
coming.
doing?
Coming,
Okay.
coming.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Okay.
it's coming.
Okay. Now can you see the screen?
It's coming. It has to come. Just pass one slide. Let us see. Pass one.
Yes. I passed one. Can you see anything?
Are you able to see, Prema?
Yes, I am able to see. Oh God.
Blank.
No, sister.
No. Oh my God. What is wrong? 1 minute. Show. Okay. This is already okay. Let me go down. Google. Why you're not able to see it?
அந்த சிஸ்டம் முதல்ல ஓபன் பண்ணி வைக்க சொல்லவா?
You
What's the
open. You need you have
Mudita, you leave your PowerPoint
Please
open.
don't share this whole screen. First you
Okay.
go to present now, open the, before that you have to open your PowerPoint.
Yes, I've already opened my PowerPoint.
Okay, then you go to present now, only click the window, not the entire screen. Click the window, then you will get your PowerPoint present. Then you go to the
I
icon.
kept everything ready. Okay, 1 minute.
Display the
I'll
whole screen.
stop presenting. Oh my God, why is it giving me trouble?
Go to present.
Present now. After
Now you
present
open
now,
the
the entire screen.
Now
Then-
you are clear.
1 minute. I share. Now is it showing? Can you see?
Yeah.
Showing you.
Oh, it's gone to the small screen. Why? Small screen.
Okay. Can you see anything?
It's gone. Came and went.
Stand up.
Went up.
Came and went out.
Oh my God.
Coming.
There it is. There it is.
Coming.
Coming.
yes.
Now full-
Can you see?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
see?
It has come.
Okay. Can you see?
Mudita, your
Yes.
screen is
Yes,
visible
very
now.
much. It's very clear.
Okay. Can you see the picture? And can you hear my voice?
Your screen is visible.
Okay. Thank you.
Robert again.
Now I'll begin. Now I'll begin.
Yeah, Robert ended. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to one and all across the globe. My talk this evening will have. Hello? What happened? Any problem?
No, go ahead. There's a
It's very clear.
You can't hear?
Yes, we can hear. Continue.
Okay, okay. I heard some things therefore I said. My talk this evening consists of 6 parts. There's an introduction, then which has a video in it, and a small video and an exercise for you. Then there is the history, a very brief history of the universe. Then what is eco-spirituality, stalwarts of eco-spirituality, very briefly. And then what is the scope of eco-spirituality in daily life? And finally, the conclusion is how are we going to cross the threshold? How are we going to step into the field of the future? Okay, that's in a nutshell what's going to happen this evening. In darkness, the seed sprouts, new life is formed, and transformation happens. Experiences of darkness invite us to alter our vision, clarify our priorities, and be more attentive to the things around us as well. Darkness also invites us to embrace inner vulnerability and confronts us with our limitations and a sense of powerlessness. Darkness reveals the depth dimension of life and the mystery of wholeness. This mystery of wholeness is what eco-spirituality is all about. It is all about the connectedness and wholeness of this universe. It demands the ability to seek the light within and without. Reflecting on my own times of darkness, especially when I was diagnosed for third stage breast cancer, I was struck by the power of
Your
transformation.
audio is not coming through.
Oh, audio is not coming through. Oh, dear. Okay.
No, it's
Just-
coming. It's
It's
coming.
coming?
We can hear nicely. Yes, yes.
You can
We
hear?
can hear. Yes,
We
yes.
can
Sister
hear.
Robert must be
Winner,
having a
are you there?
Yes,
We can hear.
can you hear?
Can hear, sister.
We can
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
Robert must be having problem in his
No,
internet.
this always happens.
We can hear you, Robert. Yeah.
Reflecting on my own times of darkness, especially when I was diagnosed for third stage breast cancer, I was struck by the power of transformation in those moments. Cancer has been my greatest spiritual gift. I had the experience of seeing anew, of knowing the essentials, of discovering things in the Paschal light, of perceiving the imperceptible, and of becoming more than I could ever imagine myself to be. Saint Francis of Assisi wrote the Canticle of Creatures, which Veena Rasi just read a little while ago, when he was almost completely blind. Yet, through the suffering, he celebrated the incredible light of Christ expressed in every creature. Could the present pandemic, COVID-19, be a blessing in disguise? A Goldilocks moment, as Professor David Christian would say, or an aha moment, as the Americans would profess, or a transformation? When persons walk together in darkness, they not only experience transformation, but also an unimaginable solidarity with one another and with the one who is the light. It is in this context that I invite you to see a short video entitled Installing Love. Please do the exercise as well, each one for themselves. I will have to end this show, go back to the video. How will I go back to the video now? How do I go to the video? Okay, yes, I know how to do it. Not this, sorry. Where is, okay. Where is the presenting? Oh. Oh. How do I put on the video?
Just to play it, sister.
Okay. Something is, okay, I got something. It's as I said. Okay, I'll have to play it. Fine. Something was blocking it. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay.
Inside today, beside me today, around broken into to your eyes, into the light to strangers, turning into the till my hand show the way of you. It was you, breathless and torn. I could feel my eyes turning into dawn, and two strangers turning into dawn. Turning into dawn.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day. Gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Straight ahead, nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Can you see my PPT?
Yes,
Hello?
sister.
Sister,
Yes,
yes.
Okay, okay. I hope you downloaded all the good files and the lovely blue sea. I hope you downloaded all those into your heart. Eco-spirituality is all about connecting and loving all God's creatures. It is living in now the present moment. It may look very simple, but it takes years of practice and demands discernment, discipline, and decision. You have to, can you hear?
Kindly make it slideshow.
Oh, it's not on slideshow. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay, from current slide. Okay, can you see it?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So when you say demand discernment, discipline, and decision, love is a decision. It demands a lot of practice. You have to decide. It's a discernment, right, good, bad. You have to decide, discern. with the help of the Spirit. Once it becomes a habit or second nature, then it is a cakewalk. Life is enjoyable and a paradise here on earth. God's kingdom here, or as the Indians would say, Ram Rajya. Let us begin with a brief history of the universe. Earth, spinning tirelessly for 13.7 billion years in space, has a long history. The Earth was born of an explosion. We all know the Big Bang Theory. In the mother star 450 years ago. The Earth is a living entity and she has consciousness, says Teilhard de Chardin, one of the great eco-spiritualists, a paleontologist, a theologian, a mystic, all wrapped in one. He says she is not simply mud and rock. According to the Indian perspective, she is Dharti Ma, mother. In the Western world, they call mud dirt. But here in India, thank God, we call the earth Dharti Ma. Mud is mother and earth is mother. Earth as a mother has been embracing us, nourishing us, nurturing us, and giving us greater capacity to change the atmosphere and to add to it. In the story of Earth and of life, we have already experienced 3 eras of life. The Paleozoic era, which is ancient life, the Mesozoic era, which is middle life, and the Cenozoic era, recent life. The universe at present is groping its way toward a new geologic era. According to Teilhard de Chardin, the universe progresses by breakthroughs and leaps forward in evolution and consciousness. In the late 1980s, Thomas Berry, another great eco-spiritualist, named this new kind of consciousness that leads to a new geologic era as the Ecozoic era. What is this Ecozoic era? Ecozoic is a term that suggests a vision of how the human earth community could be, not necessarily how it has been in the past. We live in a time of profoundly dysfunctional and maladaptive geological force. COVID-19 makes this very evident. The challenge before us, human beings, is to consciously prescribe a future life-enhancing, regenerative, new cosmology and a vibrant earth community. And we are already genetically endowed for cultural or transgenic solutions as to how to live. So we already have the answers. We just have to do our best to use them and put them into practice. Could interrelatedness be the new normal? At present, eco-spirituality seems to be the best solution and perhaps the compelling new normal. What is eco-spirituality? Eco-spirituality is a way of life that keeps body, mind, and soul in sync, which means you have to look after your body, do the right things, keep your mind balanced, see that your soul is in order. All these 3 things. It has to do with relationships. a triptych of relationships with God, that is faith, with other human beings, and with creation. With other human beings in terms of justice, and also with creation in terms of justice, and see to the well-being of all. That is very important, to see to the well-being of all. Father Robert and Sister Prema have already told you about St. Francis of Assisi and his spirituality of relationships, and about Ignatius of Loyola, the Isha Upanishads, the tribals, Hildegard of Bingen, poets like Gerard Manley Hopkins, saints like Claudine, your foundress, and mystics like Father Bede Griffiths, whom I had the good luck to meet, and others. So I will refrain from repeating what they have already said. Eco-spirituality is a way of living our life in relation to our home, the earth. The Holy Bible too says the same. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. And don't forget the last part, and your neighbor as yourself. And all God's creatures are our neighbors. Both the Hindus and the Baha'i faith tell us, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. God and human beings are involved in rebuilding the human community as a new creation. That's the task that God has entrusted to all human beings. And He is with us in this. The earth nourishes those who care for the whole. But on the other hand, Mother Earth removes anything that is not working for the well-being of the whole. Robert already told you that far back in history, the earth was dominated by dinosaurs who made life on the earth brutish and short. As such, 67 million years ago, Mother Earth, with the help of an asteroid, obliterated the giant dinosaurs in order that many varieties of smaller animals could thrive. When the wicked grow in leaps and bounds, God intervenes, and many varieties of smaller animals began to thrive. Could it be that God is intervening now in the guise of the pandemic in order to transform us, to bring about justice in the world, to help us connect with one another in true love? These are questions we all have to reflect on. We humans are part of the web of life and are fully interconnected with the biosphere. We are all related. Each one of us is a cousin to the other. When we connect with ourselves and with others, all God's creatures, we automatically connect with the divine. That is God, because the divine is in us and in all God's creatures. Thomas Merton tells us that contemplation is the key awareness of the interdependence of all things. We live off each other. The lion kills smaller animals because he has a need for food. Human beings are the only creatures who destroy the planet, not because of their need, but because of their greed and their bad behavior of not doing things the right way, of just destroying the planet without even thinking. So in a nutshell, eco-spirituality is a more personal and engaged spirituality. All of us are involved in it. Each one of us and our God who is walking by our side every moment. It is a combination of science, art, mysticism, religion. It is an immersion in God and in nature. Eco-spirituality makes it possible for us to love God without having to turn away from the world. We are in the world and we can enjoy everything that God has blessed us with. We don't have to run away from anything. We don't have to go to the mountain to find God or to the valley to look out for God. Because God is there here in our midst, in this world. And to love creation without having to fear that we are in any way forsaking the call to enter ever more deeply into the mystery of God. The mystery of God is here in our midst. So, the essence of eco-spirituality calls us to focus simply on performing each act with integrity and purpose. Whatever I do with total concentration, with full integrity, knowing what I'm doing it for, now the present moment. No multitasking. One thing at a time, and that done well. That's what ecology says, eco-spirituality says. Let's look at some of the stalwarts of eco-spirituality. We stand on the shoulders of giants because our ancestors have discovered Earth's great geological story within which we think and act today. All research is cumulative because we start from where somebody else has ended. We take it one step further. That's what researchers do. And we are very lucky because a lot of research has been done by our ancestors and we want to take it one step further. I like the Sodder, a French Jesuit, Thomas Berry from North Carolina, Thomas Merton from Kentucky, over to the other side. But they have left behind a huge legacy. What have they done? Tyler bridged the gap between science and religion and made it a vital force of daily living. Through appreciation of science, we are able to see with new eyes and to understand that at the heart of the universe lies an emergent energy. This is the heart of God, or as he called it, the divine milieu. What has Thomas Berry left for us, or what is his great contribution to us? Berry called us to reinvent what it means to be human. Sorry. Okay, doesn't matter. Thomas Berry. Okay, let me say. He called us to reinvent what it means to be human. For him, this universe is not a collection of objects, but a communion of subjects. We are all subjects, not objects. Merton opined that God is everywhere. God is in everything. And we cannot be without God. That is very important. We cannot be without God. If God is not here, then we cannot be. Some living thinkers today are Brian Swim, Rosemary Miriam McGillis, whose picture comes first, Rosemary Reuter, Matthew Fox, and his original blessings, eco-spirituality, he began many years ago, Sally McFague, and these are some whom I met when I was in the US. Evelyn Mary Tucker, John Grimm, married to Evelyn Mary Tucker now. Elia Delio in the US, I met her. And Dearman O'Murchu, I was very fortunate to meet him many years ago in Ireland in 1992. All great living eco-spiritualists. What is the scope of eco-spirituality in daily life? This picture that you see here are all the many things that I did performing arts. I made all these things during the time that I was studying eco-spirituality. So what is this? What is the scope of eco-spirituality? Let us look at it. These paintings are also done by me as part of eco-spirituality. Deep experiences change us every day. And we all have deep experiences. We may not be aware of it, but if you heighten your awareness, you will see. All we need to do is know, notice, pause, and open wide our six senses to see. See, hear, smell, taste, and touch the divine in creation all around, wherever we are, whatever we are doing. Here is Denny playing the flute. We also learn to play the flute. That is also eco-spirituality. The scope of eco-spirituality is very wide. You can see here what we call all these fruits and vegetables here. We call it the doctrine of signature. God has given every creation of His a name, beautiful names, great value, purpose. With the unceasing flow of God consciousness. God consciousness is all around us, which is why Van Gogh, the great artist, says the best way to love God is to love many things. This is our flute teacher, and she taught us how to play the flute. We are invited to express a gesture of aliveness in whatever modality we wish, whether in words, whether in movement, whether in sound and song, whether writing poems, whether praying, whether being in solitude, drawing, painting, name it. And it is part of eco-spirituality. These are the drums that we made, the native drums that we made, each one of us, different sizes, different shapes. We all made these drums out of deer skin, following a very strict ritual of getting permission from the deer and awakening the drum. There was a huge ritual and a ceremony of awakening the drum. A little medicinal bag is also tied to the inside of our drum. The important thing is creativity is the nexus from which our vision for a new civilization, the new normal, is born. This is the icon I painted. I'm not a painter. Robert is a great painter. I am not a painter. But we say we did not paint the icon. They say we wrote the icon. Why do we say we did not paint the icon, we wrote the icon? Because there is a belief, and all icon writers will tell you that this is a highly meditative and a minute way of doing it. We start with dark colors and then bring out the light colors. And this is a very paints. We only hold the brush in our hand. That's why we say we write an icon. We don't paint an icon. And when you work with watercolors, when you put water and colors together, you don't know how it is going to spread and where it is going to spread and how it is going to spread. So that's the miracle. That's the creativity. Before starting, you don't know where you're going to reach. That's the creativity that brings out the newness. And you can see it now in the pandemic. What a lot of creativity is just bubbling. We are called today to create a fresh and vibrant beauty that was not here before. Now, my icon was not here before. I painted it. I wrote it. My drum was not there before. I made that drum. Eco-spirituality challenges us to plunge courageously into deep wells of wisdom from science, religion, indigenous people, women, mysticism, and art to realize the creative energy of the divine bubbling up and pulsating through every molecule and people on this sacred earth. And all of us have this creativity. This is my unfinished icon, and here's my teacher who taught me how to write an icon. Eco-spirituality unleashes vitality, creativity, and playfulness. Yes, we had lots of playfulness. Cheers to everybody. High spirits, good food, great parties. That's part of eco-spirituality. We are meant to celebrate the earth, celebrate the universe, celebrate the divine. It is egalitarian and pluralistic, rejoicing in the manyness of beings that interconnect in a rich cosmic community. So that's what eco-spirituality is. No high and low, no my religion and your religion. It's a pluralistic spirituality and an egalitarian spirituality. And most of our activities in eco-spirituality are done in a circle. So nobody is the teacher. We are all learning. We are all working with the divine. We are all experiencing the divine. We are all aware of what God is doing in our midst. It's always done in circles. That's the beauty. So there's no beginning and no end, no high and no low, you are a Christian and I am a Muslim, nothing. All of us are the same, pluralistic, all in the same circle. It is a spirituality needed for an ecological peacemaking and a just world community. A world where there is peace and harmony. Eco-spirituality challenges us to focus on integral ecology. And what is integral ecology? Thomas Berry says you can't have healthy people on a sick planet. So if you don't look after the planet, how can you be healthy? The story of the universe, the new story and the new dream that Talat Desjardins, Thomas Berry, Thomas Merton talk about, it's a huge leap from self-accusation, not original sin, but original blessings. From self-accusation to celebration, gratitude and praise to the universe, praise to ourselves, praise to others, because God is there in the universe, God is there in us, God is there in others. So that's the great beauty of eco-spirituality. Eco-spirituality invites us to coexist joyfully, celebrating. And integral ecology challenges us to goodness, compassion, and solidarity, which are the greatest virtues in nearly all religious traditions. These virtues of goodness, solidarity, compassion challenge us to co-suffer, suffer with, and feel another's suffering so deeply as to be moved to alleviate it. These virtues of goodness, compassion, and solidarity tie us to humanity. They link us with the divine. They make us responsible to and for one another. It implies and expects action. So don't just sit down in your ivory tower and talk a lot. It has to compel you to act, do something to better the situation. It is not enough to be compassionate. It is not enough to be good. It is not enough to be in solidarity with others. We must act. Love and compassion must move us to cooperate and collaborate with others. It must promote actions aimed at justice. That is the important thing. The story of the Good Samaritan in the Bible is a model of this goodness, compassion, and solidarity. The Good Samaritan changed the structural system. It is not just giving someone what he or she needs at that moment. And we religious are very good in doing that. Somebody is hungry, we'll give them food to eat. Somebody has no clothes, we will give them clothes to wear. It's not just that. What we need to do is change the structural system so that there won't be any poverty, there won't be any people without clothes. To do what no one else would do, what society even forbids to associate with such a person, begins to break down barriers, the social, political walls that block the development of humanity. It is not a simple act. It is a courageous act. Eco-spirituality is not a simple spirituality. It is a courageous spirituality that demands 100%. You can see these two fish bowls, and eco-spirituality, out of the clutter in which we are all entrenched, demands that we jump out of our old selves and look at everything with new eyes, feel everything with a new heart, and hear everything with a new year, New Year's. Guided by the wisdom of Thomas Berry, Teilhard de Chardin, Thomas Merton, and others, we are invited to celebrate the capacity of a listening heart. And how can we do this? What is this capacity of a listening heart? I like to use the generative listening and generative speaking of Otto Scharmer's theory U. What is this Otto Scharmer's theory U? For me, it is going to be the new normal that challenges us to cross the threshold and to step into the field of the future. Now, how would we do that? First of all, we have to download our old patterns. We have lots of baggage, which is all written in the files. That's why I said it's all written in our brains. We have to download all of that and look at it with fresh eyes and feel it and finally slowly sense it and let it go. Say goodbye to all the past, all our different ways of behaving greedily, destroying the planet, whatever. Let go of all that. Then become aware of the source. Become aware. That is where we have to heighten our awareness, become aware of the divine. Connect with the divine who is the source. And unless we let go, only then we will be able to let come. Let all God's graces come. And with all the new things that you will now see with new eyes and new hearts and new ears, let it crystallize for some time till it becomes second habit or second nature. And when that becomes part of your life, then you will start acting from there out of second nature or habit by linking your head, your heart, your hands and doing. And that's where you will be performing by operating from your whole self and for the whole universe, for every other person as well. That in essence is the gist of eco-spirituality, how we can make it the new normal and cross the threshold from Cenozoic to Ecozoic and step into the field of the future. Here, eco-spirituality challenges us to deep listening, which creates new connections between the one who speaks and the one who listens. This calls for slowing down our pace of life. No multitasking, no rushing, no rat race. Listening with all our six senses. Listening to the words that often carry images. Listening to the emotions, the tone of voice, the change in the rate of speech. We all have to become like that frog sleeping contentedly. And we all have to use all our senses, our eyes, our ears, our touch, our mouth, our nose, and the intuitive part of our brain. We have to suspend judgment, noticing what I do not understand, and noticing what I am feeling and listening to why I am here on this planet. Only when we heighten our awareness, slow down our pace of life, relax, spend time with the divine within, that we will be able to feel and hear and listen to what is our role here on this planet? What are we supposed to do here during this life on earth? Eco-spirituality also challenges us to speak our truth while also preserving conditions for constructive dialogue. We need to remain faithful to ourselves without forfeiting collaboration. Here we need to begin with being present to ourselves and truly responding to what was said, responding in ways that do not close the conversation, break the motivation of another person, or cause division within the group. So much of self-introspection, listening. It is important to keep conversations open and contribute to the good of the whole, not just myself, not just my own family, not just my own community, not just my own religion, but the whole, everybody's family, everybody's community, the whole universe. No judgments or assumptions, only thought, reflection, and further exploration. When we explore, we find all the answers. We are called to develop our relationships in and through mutually enhancing relationships. And what are these mutually enhancing relationships? Women's wisdom, which draws us together into circles of inclusion. Everybody is welcome. All are included. The animals, the birds, the fish, the reptiles, everybody is included. Indigenous wisdom, who celebrate the presence of the divine in its many manifestations. The wisdom of our traditions, Christian, Muslim, Judaism, all other religions, everything is to be included. The wisdom of science, evolutionary faith, and quantum physics. Everything is included in the scope of eco-spirituality. You will see this drum that I have made, and the drum is made out of deer skin, which I had to take the permission from the deer. Then you can see this little red bag, that's a bag of medicines, herbal medicine. And this is the drum beater which I made. Again, it was made from cedar wood. Again, I had to take permission from the cedar tree and not cut the tree, but one of the branches which had fallen down in the wind. So everything, and indigenous people use this native drum for any and everything. They use it to call one another, they use it to pray, they use it to heal. It has healing properties. They use it for different things. They use it this drum is part of their daily life. They use it in many different contexts, and it does work. They use it to bring down rain, they use it to stop rain, they use it against floods, all sorts of things. Ecology, climate change, modes of understanding, pottery, clay, drum making, gardening, baking, cooking, and food. Everything comes under the purview of eco-spirituality. But as long as we are conscious of the triptych relationships with God, with other human beings, and with creation. You see these baskets here? They are made by me. I was never good in all these things, but yeah, we learned and we did it. I did it with great pride, and I brought it to India as well. And here's pottery which I made, including a lovely beating heart. This is a rattle here, which I engraved my cross, my congregation cross on it, and I put little pebbles inside it to make it a rattle, so it rattles. And these are all the things which have been crafted from ordinary clay into shape, and then burnt in a kiln, and then again painted in a flame in sawdust firing. And here's the food we create, and this was the food we prepared for Earth Day. These are the little earths, and these are the fruits which Mother Earth gives us with great joy. So I want to end with Jim Conlon. This is Father Jim Conlon here with me, wearing a lovely T-shirt with all the a symbol of solidarity with the whole world and the whole universe. And he is a real poet. Besides being an eco-spiritualist, he is also a great poet. So I want to end with his poetic prose. Our spiritual journey is not only one of hospice workers for a dying culture, but also one of midwives who sit at the bedside of emerging structures and birth them so that they can become the scaffolding for a new vision of the world. I hope all of us will become midwives, sitting at the bedside of the new emerging structure, the new normal, and birthing it into being, becoming the scaffolding for this new vision of the world, this new eco-spirituality, this new normal, this new way of connecting with people, connecting with God, connecting with all God's creatures, connecting with the whole universe. I want to end this talk, there are only 10 minutes left, with a short closing prayer. Heavenly Mother and Father, impress upon us, O God of love, and imprint into us true and genuine love that goes beyond all imagination and heights. Help us to think always that we are co-creators of your kingdom, your Ram Rajya. Take responsibility in the management of our planet Earth and all creation, and imprint into us the core concept of love. Come, O God, and encourage us to reach out and touch others in love and make this digital world of science and technology a better and more beautiful place to live in. This picture, all these pictures have been taken mostly by me. This one is definitely taken by me. So see the beauty of nature, see the beauty of God in all this, the clouds, the trees, the Spanish moss, the cedar trees. And I saw so many flowers. I saw God in all these flowers. And here's my drum and drum beater and my little pouch that I made and the little flute. I didn't make the flute. I bought the flute, but I learned to play it. So that's the end. Thank you, sisters.
Thank you, Sister Mudita. Congratulations. It was a wonderful work you have done before us.
I have to stop presenting.
Clap. Wonderful work. Clap. Thank you, sister. It is truly wonderful to see eco-spiritual to the work of Trinity in your life. Challenge us. Very good, sister.
Thank you.
Huh? What happened?
I now invite Sosa of Amaravati, and who was also a former general, is now generously accepted. Let's now listen to her.
Can you see me?
Yes, sister, please.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes, sister.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can see.
Okay. So, I want to wish you good evening, sisters, and to some it is good morning, good afternoon. So I'm very happy to be connected to you all, to see many very familiar faces. So before going further, I take this opportunity to congratulate the general team for this new initiative in forming the Prussian Consortium to reach out to the peripheries. Yeah. And I must say that the commission has begun functioning very well. First of all, to reach out to the sisters of the congregation. All of us.
Thank you.
The last session has given us a very good motivation as a congregation. I must say it was very good. Father Roberts gave a good start, and then Sister Prema's presentation on the 30th September was wonderful. Thought-provoking, and there was a lot of it.
Sister Nirmala is there behind. Somebody. What this is not hard.
Sir, Eugene, you're not able to hear you. Unmute.
Suddenly, but we were able to hear till now.
I don't know why it gets muted every time. Now, can you hear me?
Yes, sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sister.
So what I was saying is, I'm thanking the commission members for this organizing this very useful and inspiring international webinar on approaches to eco-spirituality. So now coming to Sister Mudita, I'm very happy to hear you, sister, because I have been reading some of your articles, especially the last Easter time. I read your reflection on and the call to strive to live justice, peace, and integrity of creation in the midst of fears and anxieties of the pandemic COVID-19. I liked it, your article very much. So congratulations today for your very inspiring and very rich presentation. Eco-spirituality, a new normal. First of all, your introduction through this video presentation had a very good message to us. Installing love.
Yeah.
Love will eventually override all else. Very good message. You had so much to share with us, and the PowerPoint presentation was really good. Only thing, we could not go through it. You know, it was very fast and there was so much. Perhaps we will think again on YouTube.
Yes, sister.
Yeah.
And the essence of your presentation, I'm just giving a few lines. I don't want to repeat everything. Eco-spirituality is all about connecting and loving all God's creatures, living now the present moment.
Yes. Yes.
Interrelatedness is the new normal. Eco-spirituality is a way of living our life in relation to all God's creatures. When we connect with ourselves and with others, that is all God's creatures, we automatically connect with the divine, because the divine is in us and in all God's creatures. Very beautiful. And eco-spirituality challenges us to focus on integral ecology. I like the words on the poster. You can't have healthy people in a sick planet. It's something to reflect upon. And integral ecology challenges us to goodness, compassion, and solidarity, which are the greatest mottos in all our religious traditions. And it goes well with our charism too, as Sisters of the Cross. The new normal challenges us to step into the future. So it's not a simple spirituality, it is courageous spirituality that demands our whole self for the whole universe. And also to be aware of why I am here on this planet, what is my role, to begin with being present to myself. Finally, I want to congratulate you, Sister Mudita, for the beautiful art you showed us, which is an expression of your rich eco-spirituality, a new normal. So congratulations once again. Thank you for this very rich presentation. And we will continue reflecting on all that we have heard today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Mudita.
Thank you, Sister Mudita, for your wonderful words.
Response. You paid attentiveness in your class, in the class. Thank you so much. I now invite Jodi Silvaraj, the provincial of UP province, to give a response to this section.
Her voice is breaking.
Good evening, sisters.
Good evening, Sister Jyoti.
I think you won't be able to see the video. I'm very sorry. I'm not able to come on the video.
No problem.
Just to share my views and appreciation. First of all, I would like to thank Sister Mudita. Thank you, sister, for taking so much of effort in preparing. And your talks were very, very simple and down to earth. That's what I would like to say. Especially to point out a few points that really touched me was eco-spirituality is a way of life. It is not something outside of us. It is within us, and we daily we start to live it. So that is a way of life. And it is a time of transformation. As we see the transformation in the nature, and since we are also part of the earth or the nature, so the transformation also takes place in us. And also it is the experiences, the deep experiences that changes us. So these are the 3 points that I really took it, which also, I think it, as Sister Eugene also shared, we can go deeper into what we have listened to and take into our life. So thank you very much, sister, for preparing and giving such a beautiful and enriching session for today. And also I would like to thank the general team and also the team that has taken a lot of effort. As we say, ECHO is connecting everyone, and I think it has connected all of us. Even though during this pandemic we are left to ourselves, but we are connected to each other through various ways. I think this challenge has come again and again for us to be connected, to be to have this eco-spirituality. Without the nature, we cannot. So that's what sister was explaining. We have to be connected, God, others, and the universe. So thank you very much, sister. Let us continue to be connected and live our life, day-to-day life.
Thank you, Sister Jyoti, for your words of appreciation.
Thank you.
I'll be happy to invite Sister Cassia Pereira, the Director of Hope from the province of Pune, to give her response. Sister Cassia?
Yes. Can you see me? No. Thank you very much. I want to thank Sister Mudita for the beautiful input session she gave us. Thank you, sister. You began very well with the slideshow. You told us that love is the first step we have to install in our life. That we have to love ourselves first. Only then we can love others. That eco-spirituality is all about connecting and loving God's creatures. And we are all called to love, to be in the present moment, to look at everything with the eyes of God. Earth is a living entity, a Dharti Mata. And very true it is that the earth is a Dharti Mata. And all of us are part of this earth. We have to embrace it, just as the earth embraces all of us. We have to embrace it. We have to nurture it as the earth has nurtured and bring about a change in the atmosphere. You also told us that we are challenged. There is a big challenge before us as human beings that we have to be conscious. You explain what is eco-spirituality, that it is a way of life that keeps our body, mind, and soul. It is a way of living a life in relation to our home, the Mother Earth. I like what you said, that we are all cousins to each other. Francis says we are all brothers and sisters along with nature. Calls everybody brothers and sisters, and you have said that we are cousins to one another. And we connect with ourselves and with others and with all God's creatures. We are all interdependent of things. That it makes it possible for us to love God without having to turn away from the world. Then you also brought out the stalwarts of the spiritual, eco-spirituality, that they have left us a huge legacy. And they have helped us to see things through the eyes of science. And you explained to us about scope, what is scope, and how there are so many things that you can do if you have yourself done and shown it to us on the slide. You were not very talented, but you made use of the little talent and you brought out something very beautiful. And I think all of us have talents and we can make use of the talents. And thus bring out something out of nothing. And that is possible. And you proved it to us by your beautiful art, and we are happy to see that. And you also threw us a challenge that we have to be courageous and get into the deep well of wisdom. That you also challenged us, saying that eco-spirituality is to coexist to goodness, solidarity, and compassion. It is not enough only to say things, but we have to put it into action. That will make a difference in our life. Sitting in our place, we cannot do things. We have to get into the field. We are called to celebrate, to listen, to give our time to others. And at the end, I want to say that you ended up with a beautiful prayer, which I like, that eco-spirituality makes the world a beautiful place for all of us to live in. Thank you, Sister Mudita, for your beautiful presentation.
Thank you, Sister Cassia Pereira.
Thank you. Thank you, Cassia.
I feel privileged to call upon Sister Lima Rose, the Provincial of Calcutta Province, to give a response to this session. Sister Lima Rose. Sister Lima Rose.
Yeah. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
Sister. Yes,
Okay.
Sister. Yes, Sister.
So first of all, I congratulate the seed crop, the very name itself that they have chosen. No, we have chosen it as seed crop. As I was listening, as Sister Mudita came into the screen with the starting note, expressing the darkness, the importance of darkness. Many good things happen. Today I realized many good things can happen. Our mind is very active. To be creative, normally we think that to be in darkness is something is a curse. The very light that generates the seed that is being, coming into life, the sprouting of the seed is a symbol that is taken. I feel that the seed crop, the creation, the commission of the commission for this kind of Crossing Connects for reaching out to the peripheries. So I'm very proud by the very name the commission bears as a seed crop. The first word is the creation. We are in the season of creation. I am very happy the way Sister Mudita brought out that note, that the importance of darkness in our life, and we need to reflect and be attuned to the movements that are taking place within. It is revealing the in-depth mystery of our wholeness. In darkness, we can find the wholeness. That is a very beautiful message Sister Mudita has brought in. And also the earth has got consciousness, the three eras, what was already existing, and a new era, that a new geological era. Now with this outbreak of this COVID pandemic, you very clearly brought up that ecozoic era, which means we need to be vibrant entities. We need to be very vibrant in creating creative community wherever we are. So that is something that means to keep our body, mind, and soul is very, very important. That sees to the well-being of oneself and to the well-being of the other. It is an invitation that you have very well brought out. And also you said the earth nourishes all those who take care of, and also removes anything and everyone who brings or harms the earth. So we realize the importance of our role, whether we contribute towards the goodness of the people and goodness of the well-being of oneself and the well-being of others, or we are trying our level to harm the others. So it is an invitation for us to as an introspection where we stand. And also you said that when we are in the world, without turning away from the world, we can still love God in everything, and through every person that come into our life. And the scope of eco-spirituality, which you also explained, make our six senses to be wide open. Now, the best way to love God is to love many things. And your humorous way of creating that nexus, creativity is the nexus. You said that icon is not a painting, it is a writing. First time I'm hearing that we can create life, we have to write life. It is not just through the different actions, the creativity, what we do is, we do write our own history, and the history of which can be repeated, or it can be a model for the others to create a new history. Then to create a new vibrant beauty and to unleash the creativity, vitality, and playfulness. So as I was looking out your a few photographs, I could see that you are a playful and humorous person and you enjoy doing everything. So it is an inspiration for all of us. Then you are also peacemaking and peace-loving person, which is very vibrant. And as you said, healthy people cannot live on a sick ecology. So we need to take care of ourselves, take care of the world, and take care of the entire creation. And among all, what I like the best is to improve the capacity of our listening heart. So while we listen, we contribute to the new connection between the one who speaks and one who listens. So while we listen, let us not be judgmental. You said, suspend the judgment and contribute, and let our dialogue be constructive. So that is a good message for all of us, keeping in mind that we need to maintain constructive dialogue, keeping away non-judgmental attitudes and thinking, so that we can create a healthy environment. When we are living in a healthy environment, we are connected to the people to whom we speak and to whom we listen. So as I feel, as we almost more than 170 participants were there, and I could feel the good vibration because we were with one focus, contributing our mind to create a healthy eco-spirituality. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Sister Prema, for giving me this chance to express and to be in touch with every sisters, almost most of the sisters of the congregation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Rose. Thank you.
We encourage very much for your work of appreciation. Thank you, sister. Dear participants, this virtual platform is open to you. Now you can very well express your responses and feedbacks. Thank for the participants to express their views and response. Kindly unmute your microphone when you speak.
Sisters from Trichy IPN, novices would like to share something about today's session. They would like to share their inspirations.
Yes.
Thank you, sister, for having been strengthened us to see God's creation with wonder and loving him by loving the nature.
Thank you.
Thank you, sisters, for inspiring us to rejoice in God's creation. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for boosting us to grow in spirituality.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister. Your talk inspired us to have connection with the nature.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sister. Came and went.
Hello. Session. Jump out of self to bring the newness of life. You will cross the threshold. Slow down, still
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes. I speak on behalf of Amazing community. Sister Mudita,
yes,
your talk was very lively, interesting, and enlightening. Above all, it is challenging us to act courageously. You spoke about love, compassion, and solidarity. It's not enough. It has to keep us moving, which has to challenge us to break down barriers and to act courageously. I don't want to repeat all the points what the sisters have already spoken. A few things to highlight is the contemplation. You spoke about the contemplation is a keen awareness of interdependence. To see God everywhere and in everything. And you also spoke about the installing love where we need to empty all our past hurt and forgiveness, grudges, everything so that we are able to be filled. And you also spoke about inclusiveness. Keep ourselves open to inclusive of whole creation. And one more thing is the last point what you said is called to be a midwives, to birth new normal, to make our future life enhancing to everyone. So thank you, Sister Mudita, and thank you for the whole team for the organizing this webinar. We really enjoyed and we were very enlightened. It was inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you, Lundu.
Open one.
If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Is there any question? Is there any questions to be asked to Sister Mudita?
Any clarifications, any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I think everything is clear. You and your PowerPoint is very clear to us.
Thank you, thank you.
I think all the sisters of the cross will become more artistic.
Good, very
Because of your
good.
work.
Great.
Thank you.
Any response from East Africa? Yes, Rosemary, Kendi, and others from East Africa. Any response? They can't hear.
Yeah. Then let's now conclude. I think we shall conclude, sister. Thank you, dear participants, for your lively participation in this session. I now invite Sister Prema, the coordinator of C-Crop Commission, to propose the vote of thanks. Sister Prema.
Yes, as usual, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. And I'm happy to see all of you here once again. I know today the crowd is little less because I think simultaneously some other webinars are going on, so some are engaged in that. And Sister Mudita, once again, a big thank you for your great presentation, which in fact a culmination of our webinar. Thanks a lot. So once again, dear sisters, I have the pleasure this evening to say a word of thanks to each and every one of you on behalf of CROP. First of all, I am indebted to Father Robert Athical SJ and Sister Mudita RSCJ, who generously and willingly accepted my invitation to address us on eco-spirituality during this season of creation. Both of them played a very significant role to enhance the theme Jubilee of the Earth. I know that both of you are very busy persons addressing different groups through webinars. Yet, at my request, you said yes. Eco-spirituality of our time and eco-spirituality and new normal were very relevant, and it's a way to respond to the present crisis of the world when the world is helplessly facing it. Both of you will be remembered always with love and gratitude by Sisters of the Cross of Chavano, and we assure our well wishes and prayers to you. Thank you very much, Father Robert and Sister Mudita, for enlightening us and to lead a life that is better, that is earth friendly. Thank you very much. Let's give a good clap. You can.
Thank you all for inviting me. Thank you.
Next, my heartfelt gratitude goes to Sister Elizabeth Miranda, our Superior General, and her team for being the backbone of this program. Crossing Consortium to reach out to the periphery, the crop would not have existed if you had not had started this new initiative, a new dream for the congregation. CROP is ever grateful to you and your team for your constant guidance and support. God bless you all. Further, I am grateful to all the respondents, starting with the Sister Pushpam, Irudayam of Madurai Province, Sister Sesi of Calcutta, Sister Bermudin, the Provincial of Pune, Sister Elvira from Amravati, and Trichy, Novice Mistress Arugya Mary, and all the novices. Sister Eugene D'Souza today for responding from Amravati, Sister Cassia Pereira, Sister Jyoti, the Provincial of Trichy, Sister Lima Rose, the Provincial of Calcutta, Sister Lud Mary Adakalam from Trichy, and many others. Those who, if I have forgotten anybody's name, all of you responded so well and appreciated the presenters. And that is also very encouraging. And I immensely thank all of you, those who accepted an invitation to respond to the presenters. Thank you very much. Let's give a good hand to them. CROP is also grateful to all the provincials of various provinces and delegation superiors who were ever ready to inform the sisters of their province on time, all the correspondence we made right from the beginning. I really highlight their wholehearted cooperation to make this event a great success. Many of the provincials and delegation superiors had a word of appreciation after every webinar. This was a real boost to our spirit and a sense of feeling of oneness. Thank you, dear provincial and delegation superiors, for your cooperation and support. Let's give them also a very good hand. If they are not with us, this would not have taken place. I take this opportunity to thank all the sisters who are congregated to attend this webinar from 4 continents of the world. You are the key persons who made this webinar a great success. Your phone calls with words of appreciation and well wishes did generate immense joy in us and a sense of pride. Besides, many of you had been busy during this season of creation with a variety of activities to heal the earth. I feel proud of you, dear sisters, who with a genuineness, sincerity, and creativity made this celebration of Jubilee of the Earth more meaningful. May God bless each of you. I think you can pat on yourself, pat on your shoulder. Last but not the least, all the CROP members and Sister Sally Joseph, one of the general councillors, who is our link person. I profoundly thank each of you with a deep sense of love and gratitude. I am proud to say that I have a very young, vibrant, selfless, ever ready and enthusiastic team to work for the congregation's dream, to work for the people living on periphery, neglected by the society and pushed to the margins. I pray today, may the dream of the congregation be fulfilled through us. May God continue to walk with us and inspire us. Let us thank Him for having blessed us in a very magnificent way throughout this season of creation and very especially during these webinars. So thank you, one and all. Now let us raise our hearts in praise and thanksgiving, and I invite Sister Vinarasi to take over.
Let's now thank the Lord together through this hymn.
Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because He's given Jesus Christ, His Son.
Thank you, sisters.
Thank you.
So thank you, Vinarasi, for the nice, very meaningful, inspiring song, hymn that you presented right now. And to Sister Mudita once again for making this day very meaningful through your inspiring talk. And dear sisters, sisters from East Africa, sisters from North America, sisters from South America, Israel, I'm not able to see, maybe they are also there, and from all the provinces of India and Sri Lanka. Thank you so much. I don't know whether I missed anybody.
Thank you, Vinarasi. Very good organization.
Yeah, Vinarasi, you did very well.
Yes,
Yes.
very well.
Inspired by your session.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Say bye. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.